little baby, that's to cry. One of these mornings.
All right, that is the unique sounds of Sam Payne, and I am joined right now by Sam Payne here at the International Storytelling Center in Jonesboro. Sam, thanks for taking some time with us.
Oh, it's such a pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me.
Storyteller in residence this week. What can folks expect when they come out for your performance?
You know, this program is such a wonderful program, and there's a different storyteller every week. It's my pleasure to be here this week, and I'll be performing matinee shows at 2 o'clock p.m. today through Saturday.
How would you describe your performances?
Well,
put them in your words. Tell us a story about your story.
You know, I grew up the son of an itinerant folk singer. He made a living walking around college towns selling record albums under his arm, you know.
Okay.
And I sort of grew up with a guitar in my hand in that way, you know. But, of course, you know, as an adult, it's the stories that become, you know, the songs become sort of punctuation marks for the stories. So it's stories about my family and the things that I'm interested in, punctuated by these kind of, people call them jazz-inflected folk tunes.
We gathered that from the piece of music that we just, and we're looking at some video right now of you at one of the festivals here in Jonesboro. You love coming to Jonesboro, don't you?
Oh, gosh, who doesn't love coming to Jonesboro? I mean, yeah, this is such a wonderful, wonderful place to be. I took a walk this morning just around town and just soaked it in, just drank it up. There's such a heritage here, such a history of this kind of work, paying attention to storytelling in America and inviting people from all over the place to bring those stories here. It's such again, it's a place filled with that kind of heritage, and you feel it when you walk the streets.
You tell stories, you sing, you work on other platforms as well, podcasts, things of that nature. You're expanding your repertoire.
Yeah, I'm the host of a show called The Appleseed, bringing this kind of storytelling to the air. We've been doing that since 2013, and that's such a blessing to be able to work on something like that, to bring stories to a larger audience, the stories of my colleagues mostly, and that's been such a pleasure too.
And you know, you look back here on this wall, giants of the storytelling genre. Let's talk about, you know, being amongst them. When you come down here for the festival and getting to see other storytellers, that's got to make you extremely happy.
Oh, it sure does, because, you know, that's how we learn about the world, you know. And when we see each other as colleagues, we bring our stories from all parts, you know. And those stories kind of come together, and you don't feel like you've come to a single place. You feel like you've come to 100 places. And
you mentioned earlier, you know, things that influenced you, things that you grew up thinking about, things, you know, your dreams. And part of that is space exploration, which, you know, when we think about jazz music, we think about storytelling, space exploration really doesn't come into that, but for you it does.
I know, isn't that weird?
It's not weird. I tell everybody all the time I hate to fly, but I would go up in space in a heartbeat if they allowed.
When I was a kid, when I was in 6th grade, the librarian at my elementary school brought in a cart with a TV on it, and all the upperclassmen in my elementary school, I'm talking about the 4th, 5th, and 6th graders, right, watched the Space Shuttle Columbia take off for the first time. And I was hooked. I mean, I don't know anything. I don't know about fuel consumption or trajectory or math, but I sure am a fan.
And you know, you've done stuff. You've used your talents for things like talking about the Mars rover. I mean, that just amazes me.
Yeah. Well, these are visionary things, you know, and we get a look at some of the amazing things that human beings are capable of in some of these stories.
You know, talking about your father, talking about your family, singing, talking about space exploration, you have just got a vivid imagination, and I think that serves you well when it comes to what you do.
Well, yeah, and I think there is an imagination in it, but I also hope there's kind of an observation in it, right? I mean, it's just seeing all of the many stories that come across your field of vision every day and realizing, oh, that one might be mine to tell, you know. and just trying to get it right.
All right. And he's doing a great job of getting it right. And we're going to come back here in just a few moments and talk more with Sam Payne. And he's going to perform for you coming up here in just a few moments. We are live here at the International Storytelling Center here. Not the festival yet. That's coming up later in the year. But at the International Storytelling Center, Storytelling Live is going on every day this week with Sam Payne at 2 o'clock on those matinee performances. And we'll be back with more coming up.